PlaqueBoyMax has been on some crazy zestivities promoting. I mean, he's really into Pride Month. Like, it's
Zest
the
man for sure.
final week, and he's treating this like March Madness Final Four. He's trying to put up 50 points, and it seems like instead of going out like Kevin Ware, he might be going out like Lonzo Ball did and getting drafted immediately after
Yeah.
onto the team. Because first thing that happened was, of course, the diva tattoo, and then of course him doing the infamous Ray J video clip of shouting out all of his, GAY homies.
It's Pride Month. Shout out to all my. Shout out to the LGBTQ plus family. And need to be more straight, showing love.
But
I truly feel like maybe he does personally feel like that. Maybe he is shouting him out for real. And ain't nothing wrong with that. You shouting him out, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that shit. I personally don't see nothing wrong with that. I do think like it's kind of like on the same level as like a cash grab. If you get what I'm saying, like attention grab. You know what I mean?
most recently, he decided to up the ante and expand his group or his net when it comes to capturing even the newer forms of what should be celebrated under Pride Month, and that is becoming a furry. Yeah, so he would enter stream dancing in a furry costume, suit, head, and one of the first people to react to it would be Sneeko.
Dude, what is happening on the internet, bro? What am I seeing, bro? What am I living in an alternate reality? What just happened? You see, Lucas Gage is here talking about low IQ anti-Semitism, the Daily Wire. PBN, bro, what?
Hold on, time out. I get what he's saying. I truly get what he's saying. It is just, I mean, to me, it's just a furry mask. I don't really see the big deal in that. But like, I think Sneeko got like some Zesty clip too. Like, if I ain't mistaken.
Doing this with a cross on
This
your
is
neck, is
quiet.
that not crazy? Why don't I see people talk about this, bro? He's like a giant Jesus cross, the crucifix right here on his neck.
Maybe it's the idea of like the furry situation because like they are really, I mean, like not to judge a community in whole, but they got a bad rap for like being freaked out, like gooned out, freaked out. Maybe he's like judging the idea of what's going on, rather than him just putting on a mask. Because right now it's just, I mean, it's if you took away the reputation that furries kind of the bad reputation that they built for themselves. It's just like wearing a Halloween mask and doing what you're doing. But since that bad reputation is wrapped around them, I think that's what he's judging here and like making, a connection to. This is too quiet though.
Right here, look. Take off that cross, gang. Take off that cross. Bro. Must be an alternate timeline, bro.
So first, just to get this out of the way, a little bit of context. The whole furry thing is a subculture of, it's like a mix between, it's a mix between anime cosplay as well as like freaked out, gooned out people. So there is a strong overlap between
Bro's
furries
funny as
and
hell
being
right there.
extremely gooned out, horned out, like watching cartoon, like Lucari type of activity, watching cartoons and X-rated
Hey, somebody tell me what Lucari is. What is that? I'm not hip, bro. I'm not hip to a lot of the, freaked out shit.
cartoon stuff, and them
Anime is wild.
also being into alternative lifestyles, if you want to call it that. Now, PlaqueBoyMax is not the first rapper to dress up in a furry costume, because the first one that I've ever seen do it was none other than Kevin Gates. And
Wait a minute. I feel like there's an undertone here. You said PlaqueBoyMax is not the first rapper, which leads me to believe you're gonna try to make connections between rappers. PlaqueBoyMax, I feel like, is an artist, but overall he's a streamer that makes music. I don't think he's a rapper. So, but I that undertone sounds like you're gonna go and connect other like rappers. But even this right here, bro, I feel like he's just putting something on with his daughter.
And his daughter is into dressing up as the furries, and that's the video clip that you see in the background right now. It's him with his daughter dressing up, just like all in good fun. So when Sneeko starts coming at this guy PlaqueBoyMax for wearing a fur head, like, this isn't anything that's demonic. Like, sure,
Yeah, I don't think so
are
either.
a lot of furries really, really, really weird? Yes. Have I dove in far into the subculture? No. A lot of them do draw like weird activities, like, you know, engaging in sodomy with animals, but just wearing the fur suit, that's not like, and him wearing a cross, I'm pretty sure that cross is more chrome hearts than it is him being a Christian, but I don't
Yeah.
think wearing a fur head is going against Christianity in any type of way.
Yeah,
mean,
no, I
you can
agree.
ask Catholicism, whatever the hell, you can ask whatever authority. I don't think they're going to say putting on a fur head is doing anything wrong. Granted, Sneeko should not be in the position, because PlaqueBoyMax, he dumped a girl because other dudes had been with her prior in his industry. He didn't loan his girl to somebody else and then come on camera and tell everybody the story and tell them that they should try it too. So we gotta defend PlaqueBoyMax to a certain degree here. But yeah,
Over that situation, I said, yeah. Over that situation, like, I fully understand what you're saying. Like, he ain't been on no Adam 22 type shit. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, yeah, this my wife, y'all can have at her. You know what I mean? For the right amount of cheese, y'all can have at her type shit. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
he's moving a little bit zestily. Keep in mind, this is right after his stream with none other than Young Thug, who came into the game like that. But what does he do next? Well, he starts talking about twerking.
Anyways, though, yo, how y'all doing? You just broke his shit. Yeah, let's pause on that. No, real shit, though. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Thug changed my mind, bro. Slime actually changed my perspective on life. Guys, we need to be pausing more. You know what I'm saying? For example, I threw the lace front on. Pause. I could have said pause. I didn't, though. Because it's just like, y'all know I didn't mean it like that, bro. You feel me? Like, for example, if I'm stroking the ground or doing some wild nut shit or twerking, why don't we twerk?
Hold on, man. Hey, in like 4 sentences, he just unwrapped so much shit, bro. It's like he was like on the pause thing, and then he was talking about stroking the ground, and then talking about, first of all, like, man, you know, I can't speak for every culture, bro. I can't, but I can speak for the black culture. That is not something that black men is just finna do and it be okay, bro. We have a very, 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 very like hard look on like the GAY stuff. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how it is, bro. To me personally, is because if you go back and back and back and back and back throughout history, there has been things done to our people that has made it a very bad look, you know. But I can't really say that other races don't have that look too. So like when you saying twerking, I'm making that connection. You know what I'm saying? That's me. Someone else may not make that connection, but I'm gonna make the GAY connection because ain't no straight male gonna do no twerking, and ain't, you know, twerking is not really even a thing outside of our culture. That is more of our culture thing that other cultures picked up on. You know what I'm saying? But I'd say, you know, even white, you know what I'm saying, they are highly against that too. It's just painted better. You know what I mean? It looks better. But man, I've been around, you know, plenty of white people that are, you know, heavily against that shit. If not, to be honest with you, I've probably seen more white people be like hard against it, like no play games about it. They are like really against it more than like black. You know what I'm saying?
Now that I think about it, why is twerk a gender neutral dance? Twerking is the only gender neutral dance. I'm tweaking?
Yeah, you tweaking. You tweaking,
So
bro.
here, I had to look for the full context, like a minute and a half context, because the clip was just like, yo, why don't dudes twerk? Like, I feel like that's the only gender neutral. I think he meant only one gender can do it, because gender neutral means
Both can
different,
do it.
like both genders can do the
Yeah.
dance. The twerking thing is,
He's basically saying, why isn't it a gender neutral dance? But I hope it never becomes a gender neutral dance. Please, do you guys that are young watching this guy and influenced, please, this is just me. Do not do that. Now, if you are in that lane where you part of that community and that's what y'all do, hey man, do y'all thing, bro. Do y'all thing. Y'all do that over there, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We keep doing what we doing over here. But I'd be damned. I don't want to see no grown ass man twerking. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Does that make me phobic? Nah. But I still don't want to see that shit.
is really odd. I will say that. But in the lead up to it, like I said, in the context, he's saying like, yo, Thug's been telling me to say pause on more things. And his mind went to twerking. So he was talking about things being a little sus. And that's how we get into this conversation. So he's not saying that he's going to start twerking. I think he's just rolling off with the joke. And this is an easy way for people to clip up the 30 seconds because, dude, it took me like 15 minutes to find the full context of this. And nobody else is going to do that. You know who's definitely not going to do that? People like Waka Flocka, who would respond to the Say Cheese clip where they posted this. And he would say, somebody or some company paying this kid for these narratives. But to me, the worst part of it all is the youngins, that these ideas linger in minds of unfit thinkers. Internet spooky. What is he talking about, dude? Aiden Ross was doing this 5-6 years ago, and even like way gayer than what PlaqueBoyMax was doing. PlaqueBoyMax isn't touching anybody. He's not making another male feel uncomfortable in his presence. He's just, honestly, like, the dude's just having fun, dog. And
I mean, I think he's having fun, but I think it's working against him. You know what I mean? And I think Waka Flocka is kind of on point. I think what he's saying could lead to like the whole conspiracy thought train, like, bro, where I don't think it's that deep. I think PlaqueBoyMax know what he's doing. He's using actions and he's using everything he's doing right now as a means to, you know, propel forward. But I don't think that Waka is just talking in the wind. I think he's actually on point with a lot of things. His really the key word is youngins in that whole thing that he said, because when we were all kids, what, you know, you listen to rap music and all that, you know, a lot of kids wanted to be who? Lil Wayne. Then they wanted to be Gucci Mane. Then they, you know, it was the next rapper, next rapper, next rapper. I can't tell you how many kids. I'm from poverty. We were poor. I'm from the projects. But we have a system in our city which is called No Child Left Behind, where if you from the projects, you can still go to school at a very uppity school. The bus it's called a transfer bus. You'll get picked up by a school bus. It'll take you to another to a school bus yard. Then that bus yard will take you to the uppity school. And every projects, every hood got this ability. And so, you know, no kids were getting stuck in like the lower schools that had bad education systems and shit. Well, I can't tell you how many kids that were not from my area or any other hood in the city, and they were from the suburbs and all that. And literally, bro, I can't tell you how many kids I seen trying to gangbang and do the same thing that Lil Wayne was doing. And that type of shit, you know, that specific gang didn't even exist in our city. We're in the Midwest city. So it's like that type of shit didn't even exist. Gangbanging did. Hoods, cliques, all that did. But I'm just making an example. Kids will follow who is the idol of that time. So what he's saying, I think he's actually on point with that, you know, because when kids see this, you know, they may think that this is cool or okay. And maybe it is for them. It's not for me to tell you how to raise your kid or none of that. But this may be a bad influence on kids, because kids tend to take things and go the furthest with them. You know what I mean? They tend to take something that you do. If they look up to you, they tend to do it 10 times harder. So what we see right now on a minor scale that we like, man, that's off. Max shouldn't be doing that. Waka still got a point, bro. He's got a point.
The guy to like, if he was acting really weird, I would be saying it. Now, yeah, he's dancing a little zestily. You could say, what was it? The academics used to call Rich Homie Quan a little flexible. Like, yeah, he's moving like prime Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug when they were first getting into the game. He's definitely moving like that. But what company is getting?
I still don't think it's
do you
the
know how
same.
much money PlaqueBoyMax is making? And this is when I don't know if people like Waka Flocka are just being dumb on purpose. How much money do you think they have to pay PlaqueBoyMax? Like what, $1 million a month? Okay, we're gonna take $1 million a month. You're gonna have to act zesty, and what does that accomplish for us exactly? Like people just be making stuff up that sounds like it's cool. And
I think Yasin might be rage baiting. If he's not though, that's cool too. But I think that maybe if you think a little deeper, let's dive a little deeper. Max wouldn't have to be paid $1 million a month. It could be any type of transaction. Let's go into this conspiracy. Let's just get into this conspiracy. It wouldn't have to be $1 million a month. It could be any type of game, right? Let's get our way in it. And for this personal gain, all you got to do is, do what your comments have been gunning you down for. You know what I'm saying? His comments have been treating him horrible, and they supposed to be his guys. You know what I'm saying? And that's his community. So how about you just keep doing that because you're spreading a message? Let's say that this message isn't, you said, what does that do for us? For us, nothing. We're grown. We have our opinions. We kind of fixed in our ways. Now for the youth, which is probably his community, because I personally don't think that grown men are watching Max. Max doesn't have the cadence of a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Like at a mature level. I just don't think he carries that. And, grown men just not going to watch boys, and that's no disrespect to Max. He's a young guy, period. You know what I'm saying? If you look at his age group, I guarantee it's somewhere between the teens and the oldest would be around 21. Like very old is probably 21. Do I know that for a fact? No, I do not. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just taking a hard guess. But it would do something for that group of people, the younger ones, younger than 21s, younger than the late teens. It would do something to them, if we're diving into conspiracy and we're, somebody pushing an agenda.
Sounds like it makes sense. But this would get a little bit more sus because the first thing, there was also PlaqueBoyMax showing up to Rollin' Loud with this long wig, I guess, that he put on. I thought he just let out his braids and maybe added extensions, but he comes out and then that's when he meets up with Young Thug and that's when they set up a stream. So everybody clowned him for doing the wig thing, yet that helped him land the Young Thug stream that he did. And then after, he put on another wig and doubled down again. And Sneeko would react.
6ix9ine was doing this.
What is this?
His clips are quiet, man.
This is the first thing that showed up on my timeline. Okay, this is PlaqueBoyMax just tweeted this. Is this real? Okay, PBM, is this legitimate or are you getting paid, bro? Did the lobby get you? Did you get the call? Is Waka Flocka right? Is this a paid agenda? Is this intentional to subvert the youth and to push LGBT on children? Is this to destroy the masculinity of black men, to subvert it with? Because what's going on here, bro? Someone said 7K hair.
I'm not gonna lie, man, a lot of people is gonna hear what he just said, and I think it's gonna go over their heads. Bro, that is a real thing. I don't care what no YouTuber says, right? I don't care what side they pick. I don't care about none of that. The attack on black men's masculinity is a real thing. I don't care what nobody says, bro. Does that mean I side with Sneeko on a lot of shit? Fuck no, bro. You know what I'm saying? He be doing shit that's way out of my, whatever. But that's a real thing, bro. That is a very real thing.
Respect it. I like some of his music, bro. Like I bumped it on stream. I like that song, Pink Dreads. But bro, Why? New hair. A Max, I F with the hair, bro. Looks really good on you. Okay. I don't even.
This, we have to admit here, this is 6ix9ine influence. If we're talking
Yeah.
rappers wearing lace fronts, this is both Riff Raff coded, because Riff Raff, he had the real hair. He would actually change his hairstyle, and he would have long hairstyles, different styles of braids. But 6ix9ine
I don't. Yeah. What? Riff Raff.
took a lot of influence from Riff Raff. And here, and 6ix9ine would also wear the lace fronts with the different colors. Here you have PlaqueBoyMax, and I like that he's still doubling down on this Thong Song, because this worked. Again, is Sneeko just playing the game where he has to like say, oh, like what call did he get? Because Fetty Wap had extensions in his dreads.
Not the same, bro. Not the same. Extensions in your dreads is not the same. Wearing a lace front versus extensions in your dreads is not the same. You cannot, bro, you can't make them, like, those are not nowhere near the same. You know what I'm saying? Earlier you said when he had that lace front on at Rolling Loud, the black one, you said that you didn't know if he just let his braids down. All right. So that right there lets me know that, bro, if somebody did have extensions in their dreads, you wouldn't know, you know, unless they tell you. You know what I'm saying? A lace front, on the other hand, you're going to be able to spot that a mile away. You know what I'm saying? Extensions in the dreads, tons of people do that, bro. When they wick their dreads, when their hair is thinning, when there's plenty of reasons why people put extensions in their dreads, or they put some type of false hair in their dreads to thicken them, to do this, to do that. Like, bro, it's nowhere near really the same as wearing a lace front. You know what I'm saying? That's completely different. Especially like for a man, and a man that claims that he's straight. You know what I mean? Because there's gonna be, you know, it doesn't matter. It's still his choice. He does whatever the fuck he wants. And really, people shouldn't care. But this is the world we live in, bro, where what you do ends up on the net and it blows up. You know what I'm saying? Back when I was in school, and you know what I'm saying, like, bro, I remember one time a boy showed up with weave in his braids. Bro, he got beat up. You know what I'm saying? But that's just, you know, I'm a 90s baby, bro. That's the time I'm from. You feel me?
PlaqueBoyMax isn't anywhere near close to top 5 zestiest rappers we've had in the past. Like, Nine Vicious behaves more, I guess you could say, like, zestier than PlaqueBoyMax. I've never seen PlaqueBoyMax with his nails painted.
He has a lace front, brother. He has a lace front. That's like, it's the same thing as having your nails painted. Really, it's probably worse, to be honest with you, because there's hella artists that have had even sports and athletes that have had their nails painted for different reasons. And I would, you know, I'd never paint my nails, but I think that's zesty, period. But a lace front is worse than having your nails painted, bro. It is.
We've seen Yachty. We've seen Drake with those colored clips in his hair with
Yeah, come on, bro. Like, we get all
his
that.
nails painted is zestier than anything PlaqueBoyMax has done. Come on now.
Is that zestier? I mean, that face, man, I fuck with Drake, bro, but that face, yeah, man, Drake, you tripping with that.
What? Like I said,
Hey, somebody brought up a good point, man, that I heard. I think it was DDG said Bad Bunny was tripping a few years ago. He released a video, and it was like one of the zestiest videos out. And he, you know, yeah, man, this is a thing, bro. This is a thing. I feel like
Sneeko, I
fuck
think
it, man.
he's
Let me just
doing
play
the
the
whole
video.
political thing now. So you've got to say, yo, there's some shadow government that's paying him to influence everybody, which it's ridiculous. It's a ridiculous conspiracy theory if people actually believe this. I just think that he's promoting the Thong Song, which is good because this worked on me. So I saw this clip of PlaqueBoyMax on my feed before Sneeko even reacted to it. And I see the guy in the blonde long hair, and I'm hearing Thong Song in the background. I'm like, hold on. This doesn't sound as bad as I first thought it sounded. So I went and listened to the song 2 times. It worked.
He's rage baiting.
The promotion worked. And do I like the song now? I don't know. I'm in that middle phase. But I do have the urge to listen to it more. which is good for PlaqueBoyMax because that's what he wants. But also, I thought, and a couple other people thought, that he had given up on the song because of the terrible reception when he allegedly threw the person that wrote it under the bus.
I'm in my room. This high just smoking the room. The whole house smells. This making music and
That's why he act like this, man. He got a lot of like, it's probably a lot of men around him with feminine energy, bro. Like that was like that right there alone. That right there was feminine as shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and I'm so sick of like, bro, when people see like if we call out a guy being feminine, then men get battered for that, bro. Now it's like, he don't have to be masculine, da 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 da. And it's like, bro, okay, cool. Can we call it out though? You know what I'm saying? Like, and I say that just to prepare for somebody to be like, whatever in the comments. But that right there was a bit.
Room, the whole house smells. This making music and right.
That's wild.
Then out of nowhere, he started playing some on the speaker, and I'm like, what the? Yo, this catchy as hell. When I screen out, I'm like, yo, Wayne, what the is that? So what he had did, y'all know the first verse for Thong Song, Girl, I'm Staring At You Long. That whole song from Girl, I'm Staring At You Long, that first lyric up until like, cause that's what I want. Oh, up until the Cosmos with my wand was all Wayne. No cap. So let's clap it up for Wayne.
After they called it trash.
No hands though. No hands, what, ladies?
Thong Song was originally Wayne and Morgan. It was originally Wayne and Morgan. I heard the song. I'm like, God damn, that's amazing. Wayne, could I have it?
He throwing him under the bus.
Took that.
Subtly.
What we gonna do with it?
I said, Wayne, can I?
So I was actually going to tweet something along these lines, but I was like, nah, let me not do that. And someone else tweeted it and said, he's so flaw for this. Everyone called it buns, and he threw the grenade to bro.
Oh, God.
Which is exactly what it looked like. Like, wait, hold on. So you recorded the music video, everything. You didn't credit this guy. And then once it came out that it was trash by your audience and other people, now you're saying, yo, it was that guy, that song was not me. But that's definitely not the case if he's still promoting the song and the sound in this new snippet video of him wearing this wig. And this is Young Thug coded. Like, you see PlaqueBoyMax with the piercings on the side of his face. He's impulsive. You see the tattoos everywhere. You see the way that he moves. He's leaning a little bit more towards a new gen Young Thug. And I don't know if I can say I like it. That would be a little bit zesty, but
Nah, bro, if you like it, just say you like it. Don't worry about what nobody think. Know what I'm saying? Just say you like it. If you like it, you like it, bro. Feel me? Nah, put yourself out there. If you like it, y'all seen you like it. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. You grown. Know what I'm saying? Can't worry about what nobody think, bro. That's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like you defending him with a lot of shit. I do feel like you rage baiting, but if you like it, you like it, bro. Rock with that.
it's working, and this isn't that bad, man. Like, PlaqueBoyMax is not that bad of an influence. Like, you could say the vasectomy, the impulsive decision to get a vasectomy because he couldn't hold himself back from going raw and letting off shots inside the club multiple times. Yeah, you could say that's more of a bad influence than him, I don't know, putting on a fursuit. I think that's funny. I think it's entertaining. And I like that he's bending what it means to be a streamer, rapper, and a guy that's I would say genuinely confident, because he didn't wear a dress.
Okay, y'all, listen. Acting zesty and being zesty is not bending what it means to be a rapper and a streamer. That's just attention grabbing, bro. That is not bending what it means. Nah, bro. People like DDG, Kai Cenat, bro, other big names, Aiden Ross, like guys like that bent what it means to be a streamer. You know, bruh, those guys that actually made a top tier level of streaming, they bent the rules of what it meant to be a streamer. They took streaming to a whole nother level. This right here is just being zesty for attention. That's all it is. And if that's what you're gonna do, that's what you do. But that is not bending what it means to be a rapper and a streamer. There's plenty of gay artists already. And I'm sure there's gay streamers. That's not bending nothing, bro. What is that bending?
He didn't wear a skirt. He didn't wear a tutu. So all of these other guys that came before
He wore a
him
lace front.
were way zestier. But
Okay, hold on. I do think this video is rage bait. You know what I'm saying? I highly think this video is rage bait. I think it's some of his opinion, but I also think it's something that he's doing the same thing Max is doing. You know, have people argue in the comments. Very good for his video. But we do have to look at like context. In the beginning of the video, you said it took you 15 minutes to find context of some shit that PlaqueBoyMax was doing. However, that context still didn't justify anything. What he said is what he said about twerking, all that. Now, I want you to take that same word, context, use that with everything Max has done. Put all that shit into context for yourself and make your judgment. You know what I mean? Compound everything. Because when we look at Max and we say, oh, if we look at one thing you did, it's nothing, it's one thing. Matter of fact, out of context, it may not even matter. But when you put it in the context and you compound everything together, now you see why everything he does gets much worse and worse and worse. You know what I mean?
they're not getting that much hate. And he's not the first person to put on a fursuit.
So that's why putting on a fursuit may come off wrong as hell. Because let's say he did this shit 2 months ago. Nobody would have thought anything about it. The guy in his comments wouldn't have told him to take the cross off. Sneeko wouldn't have been reacting this way. If he would have did this 2 months ago, or just before he started doing the Zesty stuff for attention, nobody would think anything about this furry mask.
Either. Like I said, Kevin Gates did it. So I gotta put a...
Kevin Gates did it with his kid. And he doesn't have a list of things, you know, that he's doing to make himself look zesty and make it look like he's straddling the fence. That's never been his image. That's never been what he's pushed. PlaqueBoyMax, on the other hand, is actually pushing this.
A little bit of defense for PlaqueBoyMax here, especially from the likes of Waka Flocka, from the likes of Sneeko, from people that want to make it seem like this isn't genuinely who this guy is, and God forbid, the dumb conspiracy theories of some cabal that are paying him off to do what? Have people put on fursuits? But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Have you been listening to Thong Song? I will be listening to this song 2 more times tomorrow. I don't know why.
Yeah, he's
I have
rage
the
baiting.
urge to listen to it. And I don't know if I can't say that I can't stop yet. I'll notify you guys the next time I talk about.
Hey, you hear what he's saying? He's clearly rage baiting in this video. You know what I'm saying? That's funny as hell. But I honestly do not think that Waka sounds crazy when he says things like from the likes of Waka. I don't think Waka's did anything to have that sentence kind of put on him to degrade him or discredit him. You know what I'm saying? I think Max is doing a lot of shit that is obviously making everybody talk about how zesty he looks. You know what I'm saying? And people gonna have their opinions, bro. That's what comes with it. And I don't know if this is hurting Max or propelling Max forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, PlaqueBoyMax transitioning in real time during Pride Month. Vasectomy, wigs, dermal piercing, butt reduction. Wait a minute. That man had a butt reduction? Diva tattoo. Why can't men twerk? Did he really have a butt reduction, though? That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy.
Why no weird shit? You look like... Nigga just said I look like fucking Samaya. Stop playing with me. Shout out Samaya, but stop being weird, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you? Weird ass nigga. The fuck? Nigga, Huda don't wear no wigs, bro. Huda wear her shit natural. Hey, why no...
Bro walking around with this lace front on, and he calling people weird ass nigga. No cap. You tripping, bro. You tripping. You can't call niggas weird ass nigga and you being the weird ass nigga. Like, and I only say you being the weird ass nigga because you doing it for attention. You literally doing it for attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, you not doing it for any other reason. You just doing it for attention to basically grab eyes, bro. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, do y'all think he's being paid in some conspiracy? There's a company behind him paying him to do this, to push an agenda, maybe to affect the youth. What do y'all think? Let me know, because I honestly think this man is hurting himself. You know, I think it's gonna hurt him rather than help him. I think it's gonna boost his numbers for a while and then drop back to what they were when it's over and said. Because in all honesty, bro, no one really cares. You know, you can act Zesty all you want, bro, but to what end? To what end, bro? And as far as the diva shit go, what Beyonce said, some shit. Diva is a female version of a hustler, bro. That's what she said. Anyway, let me know what y'all think, bro. I'm out. I'm on to the next video. I love y'all, bro. If y'all fuck with me, hit that subscribe button, bro. That bell notification. I upload every day, bro. If not every day, every 2 days, bro. I love y'all. I'm out. We out this John, man.